Hello everybody, we are live. Great to be with you all again. So let's see, next stream is going to be on Tuesday, which will be the 17th of September, and that's going to be 10 AM UK time. Let me just put this in the chat box. Great to see you all. Here we go. Yeah. And so, hi to Elena, hi to Human, hi to Oksana, hello Roland, hello, hi to Ronan, hi to Typhel, and hi to Valentine. Oh dear, we're almost there. Hello Manisco. Ronan, I think last time I looked it was like 206.98 something, 980. So let's go straight. And again, 3 times in a row. Thank you, Chaya. Good to see you. I'm sorry about getting the time messed up yesterday, Chaya. So there is an awful lot of teasing in the family about my image. Julie Andrews on the mixed legacy of being Mary Poppins. So it's about the film Mary Poppins, and Gesundheit. Thank you, White Stripes. So welcome, White Stripes. So here we go. All you've got to do is just guess some words to go in the gap. So here we go. The Hollywood star seemed to be the nanny when she featured in the 1964 Disney film. The example of the perfect nanny. That sounds pretty good to me, Valentine. Hello, Victor. The image of the typical nanny. The epitome of the famous nanny. From Oksana. Suitable. The epitome of the typical nanny. Oh, Yuri, lovely to see you. Great to have you back, Yuri. The prototype of the eponymous nanny. I love it, Elena. Seemed to be the role of the famous nanny. Not quite, Julia. Hello, Renyard. Okay, so let's see. Seemed to be the embodiment of the magical nanny, the replica of the typical nanny. I love it. Hello, Slipknot. The standard is a good word. Glimpse of the perfect nanny. The epitome of the perfect actor for Mr. Khan. So the embodiment of the magical nanny. Okay. In a 1964, well known as well, in a 1976 with the BBC, she talked about being defined by Poppins' sugar-sweet, wholesome persona. It's okay, Yuri, not a problem, you're here again. The crystallization. So, in a 1976 interview. Yeah, that looks like a pretty good word. Hi, Nina. The hallmark as well. An interview, yes, Julia. Talk with the BBC. Talk definitely works. Interview for Oksana. Talk for Nina. Interview, says Rainyard. Interview for Patricia. This looks good. Okay. Interview, yes. In the 1976 interview. Conversation, that's a good word. Interview for Human. Program as well. Yes, Patricia. Interface with the BBC. I guess it works. I guess interface works as well. So let's see. I think this is going to be too long, this one. Persona here means Character, personality. A character in a film, a personality in a film. Talk show, yes. As she ponders the best way to answer. Hi Mike, great to see you. Ponders. Actress looks skywards as she pondered. As she imagines, conjures up, comes up with. Does the best way. Excogitates. But sugar sweet. She feels, if she feels pressured. Pressured is a good word for the second one. No, it's okay, Chaya. Definitely. So pressured from Slipknot. If she feels pressured by the public image, harangued. As she contemplates for Benjamin, contemplates works, harangued by the public image. But harangue is normally a speech, Patricia. She feels worried by, overwhelmed is a good word for the second one, White Stripes. She surmises the best way. Overwhelmed I like a lot. Surmises both. As she responded the best way. If she feels proud of Julia. She feels bored by, bothered by, limited by. That's a very good word, limited. It's going to be bothered about, intimidated, pressurized, stereotype. That's a really good word there from Mike Larry. Bothered about, embarrassed by. That works as well, Ben. She mulls over. Mulls over is a very nice way to do it. If she feels bothered about. Shakespeare was fond of harangues and soliloquies. Okay, so she looks skyward as she ponders the best way to answer. If she feels typecast. If she feels burdened. Me too, very definitely. Typecast. So if you're typecast, it means that she's only allowed to play those sort of people have this image of her in their mind. Feels pigeonholed. That's a great word, Oksana. With the passage of time, as time goes by. You know, you should have White Stripes. It is ponder, yes. With the passage of time, as time passes, as time goes by, Mr. Calm. Okay. Linear time. Sugar sweet with people's character. Okay, somebody who is really, really nice to you the whole time, and perhaps it makes you a little bit suspicious. Somebody who's a goody-goody, somebody who's just too perfect. The 1964 Walt Disney musical, which was, so we've got based on for Oksana and White Stripe, based on for Rainyard. When it premiered for Oksana, based on for Valentine, based on for Ben, like sycophantic. Yes, when somebody is sugar sweet, you suspect them of being sycophantic. Holier than thou, that's a good, holier than thou, that's a great phrase, Yuri. Sugar sweet, holier than thou, I love it. Based on Human, premiered from Ben, yes. Based on from Slipknot. Aired means ignored. Aha. Okay, so which was all about stories. Yes, Mr. Khan. When it happened. When it premiered, when it was performed, Julia, was streamed. In the 60s, you didn't get to stream them. My pleasure, Renyard. Unrivaled. Green Stripes Road aired in Los Angeles. When it aired in Los Angeles, I guess it could air on television if it was on television. So, based on premiered in Los Angeles, when it was shown, based when it played in Los Angeles. Yes, welcome Nad, good work Nad. When it appeared, yes Valentine. When it debuted. Lovely to see you, Nad. When it premiered in Los Angeles 60 years ago this week. But Mary Poppins had also helped create the suite that even at the time of the BBC in 1976, still for many people. Supercalifragilistic, yes, Yuri. So, but Mary Poppins also had also helped create the sweet, comma, image. Perfect, stunning, good, pertinent image. Wholesome, well done, Mike. Sugar-coated, absolutely, Renyard. Sugar-coated. Comely is good. Enduring image, I like it. Impeccable image. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. The memorable image, I like that, Human. Still linger, but it doesn't fit within the grammar, Roland. Memorable image, still that sweet memorable image, yes, Human. Still distinguish her from. Sweet, well-known image. That sweet, well-known image. That's not bad, man. That still popularised her. That sweet, appealing image. Good, Nina. Still revered her. Endear. That's definitely a word, to endear. To make you like. Still endeared her to many people. Enduring image, an enduring image. So that sweet, wholesome image, that was, who was that? That was definitely someone wholesome, was Mike Larry. That still defined her for many people. So after that, for even 12 years later, everyone's still thinking of her as Mary Poppins. So it still defined her as Mary Poppins. For many people. Hi Sid, it's okay. The film told the story of an extraordinary nanny. Spellbinding. Spellbinding's interesting. Wholesome, good for you. Wholesome food. Let's see, vegetables and fruit, organic vegetables and fruit are wholesome. Something that's wholesome is good for you. It's good for your health. It's good for your mind. It helps you grow up well. Still renders her for many, not quite now. Taking charge for Oksana, took charge. If not neglected, that's good, Oksana. If nevertheless neglected. So Nina takes charge of, if not neglected, good Nina. Breathtaking. Not quite, Mr. Khan. Okay. So, this is running quite nicely. So, taking charge, yes. If hardly neglected, it's the opposite, Yuri. But that's a good idea. You're trying to understand it. So, taking charge of their boisterous, who descends, taking charge, who descends from the sky, taking charge of their boisterous, if rather neglected, takes charge, strongly neglected. You see, I would say if very neglected, but if rather it's more or less. Take upon themselves. Okay, so whoops, here comes the next one. Through a series of adventures with a magic and common sense, with a pinch, that's a good word, Oksana, Mary Poppins helps repair the family's relationships, getting them to the joy in their everyday lives. And a touch, good Mike Larry, a sprinkle, helps them to see, sprinkle and see good white stripes, with a mixture, good Renyard, with a teeny bit of magic. Yes, Yuri. Well done, Yuri. With a modicum of. To see. Well done, Elena. Good. To find, to experience. Good words, Renyard. I'm not sure, I'm not quite with you, White Stripes. To feel the joy, to experience the joy. A blend, good word, Ozgy. Good to have you, Ozgy. With a dollop. Yes. A dollop is a bit, yeah, but it works. With a tinge of magic. With a combination, with a bit of magic. To embrace. Well done, Chaya. I think that's the magic word. I think Chaya gets the ice cream. With a wand of magic, with a mixture, with a tiny drop of magic. Yes, Mr. Khan. With a sprinkle of magic. To inject is a good word as well, Nina. To experience. Good, Patricia. Lewis Carroll by Miles. To discover. A dollop of toothpaste. A dollop of custard. Dollop with a tiny drop of. To recover the joy. So who was that? So somebody said dose right at the beginning, and I think that was and then very definitely right at the end there, Chaya got embrace with a bit of magic. I like the blend more than a dose, but notice very often we say, Oksana, we say a dose of common sense. We very often use dose with common sense, which is why they've used it. With a pinch of magic. P.L. Travers wrote Mary Poppins. Yes, we're going to see about Travers in a minute. Mary Poppins had something of a passion project for Walt Disney. A dose of common sense, which is which collocates. with a pinch of magic. Had always been, yes, White Stripes, yes, Hullman. Had long been, well done, Oksana, well done, Nina. Had always been for Mike Larry. Had long been for Patricia. Okay, this looks very good. Had also been, very good, Valentine. Long been for Julia. Had long been for Nad. Okay, had long been had always been, had long been. Okay, a passion project. In the early 1940s, he had promised his daughters, who were of the first book, that he would into a movie. Fans, definitely. Bean. It's not bin, it's bean. A dustbin, it's bean. The E in bean is a long I. He would make it into, good. Fans for Mike Larry, good. Would turn it into, who were oblivious it would work, who would turn it into a movie. Were fond of, yes, White Stripes, would make it into a movie. Were one of the readers of the first book. Who were readers of the first book. Adapt. Well done, White Stripes. Adapt, adapt, adapt. Fans and make, yes, Julia, definitely. Had long been. And title of the first book, no, were fans. He would turn it into. Well done, Ozg. Not quite, not would. So turn for the second one, Chaya, but title, no. Who were adulatory of. Had long been, yes, Roland, for the previous one. So in the 1940s, he had promised his daughters, who were fans of the first book, that he would adapt it into a movie. Fans, yes, Nina. And somebody definitely said adapt. I think that was White Stripes. Well done. But he had not, upon its notoriously author Travers. He would accommodate into. He would turn it into. He would adapt it into. He would accommodate it into. I suppose, but that sounds like he's having difficulty making it fit. Counted on, good. Notoriously stubborn, good. Well done, Mike, well done, Oksana. He had not banked upon. Yes, notoriously difficult author, yes, White Stripes. It's no problem, Manu. When I stand this, he had not relied upon. No, relied doesn't work. He'd not banked upon, he'd not counted upon. He'd not dwelled upon. Dwell doesn't work either. Notoriously artistic, neither of them, Nina. Inspired upon, okay, inspiration to turn it into, yes, Elena. Transformed into, yes, Roland. He had not agreed upon, no. Fall back upon, no. Notoriously mercurial author. Adversarial, good word. Standoffish is a good word as well. Notoriously unamicable, good word. Okay. He had not counted upon. That was definitely somebody who said counted. That was Mike Larry. The notoriously prickly. To count on, to count upon. Yeah. It's notoriously prickly author, Travers. Well done, Mr. Khan. Count upon, count on, count upon. He spent the next 20 years repeatedly trying to persuade her to sell him the rights. The marketing rights? No, prickly means difficult to deal with. Imagine trying to pick up a cactus. It's prickly, it's difficult. You hurt yourself. To render it. The copyright rights, the production rights. Production works quite well. Yeah. It would be the copyright, not affable. Yes, Yuri. The filming rights. That's very good, Oksana. But I would use a noun collocation. That's plucky. The intellectual property rights, the author's rights. That's good as well now. The distribution rights. Yeah. Copyright is absolutely. Well done. The theatre rights. Okay, the screen rights. So I think the closest there was Oksana. The film rights, the movie rights, the screen rights. Yeah, the screen rights. The screenplay rights. Yes. Yes, Yuri. Sorry. Yes, White Stripes. The screen rights. Okay, so he kept to sell him the screen rights. Yes, yeah, screenplay is there, the screenplay rights. But it's the screen rights, yeah? The film rights, the movie rights. All the rights. Huh. The adaptation rights. Ooh. By the 1960s, despite Travers' serious about Disney's much more jolly, whimsical take on the darker elements of Mary Poppins, the author's increasingly dire financial situation forced her to serious concerns, good word, serious qualms, forced her to quit. Rivalry. It's not quite rivalry. Forced her to concede. Yes, Oksana. Serious reservations. Good word, Mike. To capitulate at the end. Good, Patricia. Categorically, without, absolutely. That nothing else will do. Forced her to step back. Forced her to agree. So serious qualms forced her to sell. Good White Stripes. Impeccable image. To give up. Second black acknowledge rights. Despite serious reservations. Good Osg. Compromise. Good works as well. Serious concerns. Yes, Sid. Serious doubts about good Human. To force her to change her tune. So forced her to say yes. Forced her to acquiesce. Good word, White Stripes. To reconciliate. No, but to reconciliate. Yeah, I guess it works. To wiggle. Wiggle it would be. So Nina, wiggle. To wiggle, to move backwards and forwards. To give in. Serious concerns. Forced her to relent. So despite serious misgivings, hi Simbat, lovely to see you. To back out, to relent, to change her mind, to stop saying no. Okay, forced her to back out. But if you back out of a deal, you don't go through with it, you don't continue. Forced her to yield. Yes, nah, definitely. In 2013, Misgivings, it's a great word, I love that word, is where you're not happy about something. I have serious misgivings about this situation. Forced her to give up. In 2013, Disney would depict their founder's relationship with the Travers and his efforts to bring the book to the screen in the film Saving Mr. Banks. The rocky relationship with the writer Travers. Good. I think both those work. White Stripes would depict their founder's thorny relationship. Good. Founder's hard. It would be difficult. Not hard, man. Bitter relationship. Yes, Renya. Complicated. Good word, Ozgy. Uneasy. I like uneasy. Their founder's bitter relationship. Yes, bitter works, Mr. Khan. With the author Travers. With the unstable relationship with the incorrigible Travers. I love incorrigible for the second one, Nina. Well done. Uneasy relationship for Yuri. Yes. Toxic relationship. That's good, Chaya. That's a good word. Volatile relationship. Unstable relationship. Good word, Sid. Okay, here it goes. Fractious relationship with the intransigent Travers. A fractious relationship with the intransigent Travers. To relent, to change her mind. Mr. Travers. I think it's a Mr. Travers. Intransigent, obdurate. Obdurate is good. The volatile relationship. Very difficult question, Chaya. I quite agree. Stormy relationship is a good word as well, Roland. Intransigent is where you refuse to change your mind. You refuse to budge an inch. Yeah, no, this is what I want and this is what I'm going to get, and I'm not going to change my position. Intransigent's a difficult one, Nina. In keeping with the author's fears about the adaptation of her own book, some critics claimed that the film, a highly sanitized version of their relationship and the two complicated people. The film was, what was the name of the film? Saving Mr. Banks. The film was Saving Mr. Banks, which was about Disney making the film. About Disney. So, thorny portrayed a highly sanitized, great word. That's definitely one of the ice creams. Their thorny relationship for White Stripes. Hi, Polly. I think it was a man, but I might be wrong, Rainyard. I think it was a man who wrote it. So the film showed. The film was a highly sanitized version. Yeah, that works from Nard. The adamant Travers. Their own no. The film showed, yes, Oksana. It depicted, good. Is a highly sanitized version of their difficult relationship, good, Renyard. Their tumultuous, great word, Oksana. Gerogis. Their own personal relationship. It's not quite. It's a woman. Okay, it could. Pamela Lyndon Travers. Thank you, White Stripes. Their intimate relationships speaks volumes about. Okay, depicted is a good word, Sinbad. Demonstrated their intimate, their conflictual. Reflected is a good word, Nina. Conflictual. adapted a highly, it showed, it portrayed tense relationship. Their turmoil is a noun, speaks volumes for woof. Their stretched relationship, encapsulated, yes, encapsulated definitely works, displayed. Because it's about whether you will look at it or not. White Stripes portrayed, yes, Manu. Controversial relationship, yes, Rainyard. Intertwined relationship, not quite Gerogis or Gerogis. Okay, that unstable relationship. Let's see what we've got. It portrayed a highly sanitized version of their antagonistic relationship. The last straw, the straw that broke the camel's back. Deportment. No, deportment is not commonly used for behaviour. Doubts to give in. Okay. Antagonistic. Controversial, no. Antagonistic. Wanting to fight. Yep. So somebody who's antagonistic is always saying no if you say yes. So despite Travers describing Mary Poppins in the book as being very, Disney had a clear idea of who he wanted for the practically in every way nanny, and that was Julie Andrews. Practically perfect, good. A sloppy ideal. Practically ideal, yes. Very frivolous. I like frivolous. Vague works very nicely. Notice, very not pretty. What's the word for not pretty, not beautiful? As very idealized. That works very nicely. Very romantic, very empathic. Good words. When one harms the other, two people are always fighting. So plain, that's the word, Oksana. Very plain. Because ugly is the opposite, but plain is not beautiful, not ugly, just ordinary. Unattractive, yes. So, plain, yes. Plain without decoration. Plain is the word, yeah. As being very plain. Plain here, it means not beautiful. She's practically perfect in every way. Ugly is visually offensive. Plain is just without any decoration. So practically perfect in every way. Okay, one more and then I think I'm going to stop. Okay, so by this time, but by this time Andrews had already a successful stage career on both, so well done. Amassed and sides for White Stripes. Amicable, yes, amicable would already had, and sides for Oksana. Good Nad, well done Nad. Had and sides for Valentine, good Valentine. Built, good word Tanu. Carved out, I like that, on both sides, well done Nina. Had already been, had already had. Achieved, good word Chaya. Already had, yes Nad. But she was very pretty, that's the point. The writer said that Mary Poppins was very plain. But Disney wanted a very pretty Mary Poppins. That was the point, Patricia. Establish, good word, Mike. I think established is the ice cream word. On both sides of the Atlantic. Sides, good, Sinbad. Had, yes, Tanu. Both sides, yes, Patricia. Accomplished person, not quite, Mr. Khan. Already enjoyed, good word as well, Mike. Achieved, good, or Ozgy. Amassed, doesn't sound very good, White Stripes. Enjoyed, already enjoyed, yes, good word, Oksana. Set, no, Julia, but both sides. That's the idea. That's the point, Renyard. Very definitely. Already accomplished, not quite. Already demonstrated, not quite either, Sid. Reach, accomplished. Ugh. Both sides, yes. Already built on both sides. Well done, Tanu. Somebody like Mary Poppins is never played. Absolutely, Patricia. Had reached, not quite reached either, Human. On both sides, yes, Sid. Had fulfilled. Doesn't work, Roland. Pinnacle, no. Experience on both coasts of the Atlantic. I think coasts would work. I've never heard it used like that, but yes. It's difficult, Manu, today. It really is. Reached. So sides, definitely, Manu. Both sides, yes, Roland. Okay, and here. Of tenses. I've got a brilliant series of videos about tenses. Establish. So supercalifragilisticexpialidocious had already established. That was definitely Mike Larry. Okay, so I'm going to stop there. Obtain on both shores. Shores, yes, Mina Francis. So had built definitely, Tanu, on both sides. Normally it's both sides of the Atlantic, not on both coasts, because you see, I think the coast goes all the way round. But yeah, so thank you all for coming. It's been great having you. So hi Mahira, great to see you. Opiemil, great to have you as well. So let's see. Wow, it was hard today. This was a really hard one. So let's see. Next class is on Tuesday, which is the 17th. Yeah, 17th of September at 10 a.m. UK time, and let me put that in capital letters. That looks better. So thank you all for coming. Suggest a good book for the weekend. Woo. A good book for the weekend. Try something easy. How about The Time Machine by H.G. Wells? It was good fun. Okay, so let's see. I need to thank all of you for participating. Thank you, Opiamil. Thank you, Chaya. Thank you, Georges. Thank you, Human. Thank you, Mr. Khan. Thank you, Julia. Thank you, Mahira. Thank you, Manisco and Manu. Thank you, Mike Larry. Thank you, Mina. Thank you, Nad and Nina. Thank you Oksana and Patricia. Thank you Renyard and Roland and Sid. Thank you Tanu and Typhor. And thank you Valentine Yuri. Thank you Ozgy and thank you White Stripes. So thank you all for coming, and I hope to see you all on Tuesday. Wow, what can I say? Can I say to you, Mike? Thank you, thank you, thank you. You are just so generous. And hello Rose. Gosh, we got all these new people. So hi Shrinu. Okay, so let's a philosophical book. Whoa. If age could. So take care all of you, and bye for now, and I will see you on Tuesday. If you knew if age could. So it means that young people have the ability to do many things, but they don't understand what they're doing. Age understands what it needs to do, but it doesn't anymore have the energy or the enthusiasm to do it. So take care all of you.